Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Monday, the 8th of February, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Ross Powell fires on Debo, but Hurricanes lose to Volcanoes. And in our feature for this evening, and new mayors in town. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But the warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. The CG Insurance Super 50 Cup, hosted by the West Indies Cricket Board, commenced in Antigua on Sunday, 7th February. The Windward's Volcanoes came up against home team Leeward's Hurricanes. Skipper Munson Hodge for the Hurricanes won the toss and elected to send the Volcanoes into bat first. The Volcanoes were off to a brisk start, but major contributions came from an outstanding partnership between skipper Sunil Ambry and Kevin Stout, who both scored brisk half-centuries. The Volcanoes got up to a more than competitive 284 all-out. The Leeward's Hurricanes were off to the worst possible start, with lead scorer of last year's tournament, Kyron Powell, going for just one. But debutant and fellow Nevisian Ross Powell and Casey Carty started to pummel the ball to all parts of the ground. Later, Canadian international Nitish Kumar joined Powell, and the two threatened to take the Leeward's Hurricanes to victory. When Powell was comprehensively bowled on an entertaining 46, Kumar continued on his merry way to a well-played century. But failing to get the required support from the other end, the target proved a little too much. The Leeward succumbed at 253 all-out, and the other Nevisian in the squad, Kezran Archibald, did not feature in this particular game. Summarized scores: Windward's Volcanoes 284 all-out in 49.3 overs, Kevin Stout 86, Sunil Ambry 70. Quinton Boatswain, he picked up 4 for 45. Sheena Barrage, he got 2 for 65. Hayden Walsh Jr., 3 for 79. Leeward's Hurricanes 254 all-out in 47.2 overs. Nitish Kumar 112, Ross Powell 46, Munson Hodge, he got 28. Preston McSween, Larry Edwards, and Ray Jordan, along with Kenroy Kotoy, all got 2 wickets each. Windward's Volcanoes winning by 31 runs. The next match should be on at this moment, today, Monday, the 8th February, and that's played at the Coolidge Grounds. Guyana is taking on Barbados. It's a day-night fixture, so if you tune in right now, you should be getting some of that game. Now on to the local scene. The much-anticipated T10 Cricket League to be hosted by the Nevis Cricket Association has been postponed for at least 2 weeks. The league was set to commence on Saturday, 6 February, but a release from President Carlyle Powell informed of the postponement. In the memo sent by President Powell to the clubs, he indicated the following, quote, "Please be advised that in a memo received on Thursday, 4th February from Mr. Jamir Claxton, Director of Sports, we were alerted to new conditions for the hosting of sporting activities. These include, but are not limited to, 1. All sporting competitions are to be held without spectators. 2. All sporting bodies have to apply to the Ministry of Sports for permission to host sporting tournaments, leagues, or competitions. 3. All associations need to meet with the COVID-19 task force to discuss plans. After discussions earlier today with the COVID-19 task force and the Permanent Secretary of Sports, the Cricket Association has met conditions 2 and 3, and we await a response to our application to host cricket matches. In the circumstances, I propose that we postpone the start of our tournament by 2 weeks. By this email, clubs are asked to meet with the Cricket Association on Wednesday, February the 10th, at 4:30 p.m. at the Nevis Credit Union Conference Room, where all available updates will be provided. End of quote. And now to some sad news. Ezra Mosley, former West Indies fast bowler, passed away at the age of 63 following a traffic accident in his native Barbados. According to local reports, Mosley, who burst onto the scene with Glamorgan in 1980 and played a brief but significant role in 2 Test matches against England in 1990, was struck by a car while riding his bicycle in Christchurch near Bridgetown and pronounced dead on the spot. It has come as a shock to hear of the passing of Ezra Mosley earlier today, with the tragic news coming out of Barbados. CWI Director Cricket Jimmy Adams said, "The entire CWI family are deeply saddened. Ezra was one of our region's premier fast bowlers from the late 70s through the 80s and into the early 90s, when he went on to play for the West Indies after playing professionally in the Caribbean, England and South Africa. After his playing days were over, Ezra continued to serve cricket in the region by coaching at the junior levels in Barbados and moving into positions with our international women's team. On behalf of CWI, I want to extend our sincerest condolences to his family and let them know that they are in our thoughts and prayers at this time." We extend condolences to the grieving family. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
It would have made my day if I could hear from you tonight. You know, Facebook and Twitter building up with such a hype. Don't forget your WhatsApp and your Instagram, so nice. Let's just socialize with Digicel and start time.
For years, we've been your favorite 4G mobile network. Now there's Digicel Play, digital cable TV and broadband internet in Nevis, delivering the fastest and most reliable service to your home or business. So enjoy social media on your smartphone and now surf with our super fast broadband and watch the most popular TV channels in HD. The ultimate in mobile and home entertainment is finally here. Experience extraordinary Digicel.
Well, I'm back and tonight cricket is in the spotlight. Well, there's a new Mayors in town. West Indian cricket fans who stayed up all of Saturday night into early Sunday morning to watch the West Indies team chase a nigh impossible target versus Bangladesh in the first test match of the ongoing series were not to be disappointed. Even the die-hard West Indies fans may well admit that the most they were hoping for from the youthful, inexperienced team was for them to at least get some notable individual scores. A draw? Hardly likely. A win? Nah. However, debutant Kyle Mayers had other ideas. He teamed up with Nkrumah Bonner in an enterprising partnership which took the score from a fledgling 59 for 3 to 275 for 4 when Bonner went LBW. Thereafter, Da Silva joined Mayers and he played a stodgy, determined hand while Mayers flayed the bowling from the other end. By the time Da Silva was comprehensively bowled, the West Indies team had already started to believe, and the Bangladesh team was in panic mode. What seemed like an easy rollover victory had suddenly turned into a miraculous heist by the West Indies team. Mayers not only went on to score a century on debut, but eventually scored an emphatic double hundred. He was there at the end to score the winning run, and it was certainly a joy to see Rakeem Cornwall hustle to the other end to complete the single. West Indies had pulled off the 5th highest successful run chase in Test cricket history. Summarized scores: Bangladesh 430, Miraz got 103, Shakib 68, Shadam 59, Warrican 4 for 133. West Indies 259, Brathwaite 76, Blackwood 68, Miraz got 4 for 58. Bangladesh 223 for 8 declared, Haq got 115, Das got 69. Warrican 3 for 57, Cornwall 3 for 81. West Indies needing 395 for victory got to 395 for 7. Mayers 210 not out, Bonner 86. Miraz picked up 4 for 113, and West Indies won miraculously by 3 wickets. Let's hear from superhero Mr. Mayers himself.
Actually, I have a few centuries in domestic cricket, but this is very special to me. As I told you before, it's my highest score, the longest I've ever bat in first class cricket. So it's very special to me to get a double in my first test match. Really and truly, I was not looking at the target. I was just trying to stick to my game plan as long as possible. try not to look at your scoreboard, try to bat as long as possible. And I know within myself, if I bat the whole day, my team will come across the line. Of course, it was always a challenge to bat on the wicket. The guys bowled very well. It was tough periods where we had to dig in and try to stay as tight as possible. And then when chance to score, just take the opportunity. It was difficult, I would say. Some balls stay low, some balls got bounced. Guys were spinning the ball. Guys bowled arm balls. I mean, the wicket was all over the place. It's just for me to stick to my game plan and try to play as straight as possible. And I just hope for the best. Hundreds was on the cards for me, yes, personally, but I know the team required me to score more than 100. So back then I was always thinking of scoring 150. I thought at the beginning of the day, if I score 150, 160, my team would be in good stead to cross the line. But as I reached 160, I knew that I had to push more, and it just encouraged me to go further, to keep improving, try to be a good student of the game, take positives from this innings and take it into the next test match. Just to my family and friends, coaches here, coaches back home, all who has stuck with me through my cricket career. I know it's been tough for me. Just give them thanks.
What a win. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.